Oh, hi. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The news is dumber. We're louder. And somewhere, Ilhan Omar is dreaming of moving back to Somalia while sitting in freaking Congress. God bless America. Yes, apparently we are now electing people that openly are crying about wishing they could go back to their homelands that they fled from. There's nothing that screams, I'm an American, like I'm ready to leave. Just fantastic. Meanwhile, in NYPD, protests are kicking off. And NYPD is zapping the crap out of people like they're on a Call of Duty kill streak. And Biden was somehow brought back to the view. Biden was brought back on national television. What are they thinking? What are we doing to this old fool? They kicked him off everything, and then now they're gonna bring him back and put him on TV. Can he just get a break? And Mike Pence is on CNN crying about Donald Trump, saying that the American dream is about owning cheap shit. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm just gonna go out and say that. But let's get into some of the news. Where's my freaking screen? Okay, here we go. Let's get right into it. An ICE agent decides to light up a stogie in the middle of an ICE raid. Wow, that's one bad mammoth. And a new pope has risen from Chicago. He doesn't have a good hairline, so therefore I somewhat trust him. I find out that I'm actually black, and I've been telling y'all forever. Ilhan Omar says she misses being openly about her relationship with her brother and dreams of going to the homeland. And NYPD goes on a kill streak, taking out every single protester everywhere. And I think Trump is ready to deport these. And Pete Hegseth decides to actually take out every single trans person in the military. You got till July 7th. And I have a different take on that. And boomers everywhere still won't go away from protesting. God, that's depressing. Can you imagine spending your last years in a parking lot protesting ICE? I can't think of anything more embarrassing of your time. And so much more. This is the show you don't want to miss, because if you miss this show, you'll probably die.
Hey, let's go.
Let's go, let the world
trust the government.
She sent in a little video for us. Oh. Here she is.
Hey, in spite of everything you've heard, and let me just make sure you all know that it's actually me. Say it's me.
Anti-woke.
Anti-woke?
suck on this, Biden.
Would we the all our
What's up, Mama Jammas? Let's get into the news already, says Kristen. Sick of you. What's up, Mad Chameleon? What's up, Johnny? What's up, Swill? What's up, Robert? Not all the baby boomers, dude. Those baby boomers. The baby boomers are out. I am ready. I want an entire, let's do George Floyd, Summer of Love all over again, but let's have everybody show an ID. They have to be 65 and up. I'm allowing a Summer of Love because I want to see what these old people can do. We were told that they're the greatest generation. So I want to see what kind of destruction they can put in our lands. Can you imagine if you're a cop and the entire protesting side against you that's ready to cause destruction and chaos is people in their 80s? It would be like the biggest dream you've never had. You're like, God, this is like Christmas every day of the week. You don't even have to try. You don't even have to use weapons, though you could, and it actually might kill some of them. Rob Max says, I can't wait to hear the world's first trans hacker sack champion going to kick that sack. I don't even know what that means, but I love it. Let's get into let's get into some of the news. Dude, I want you to imagine yourself being a leftist who is freaking out about every single deportation right now. You can't even talk. A trans leftist freaking out about every single deportation right now and seeing this ICE agent light up a stogie after deporting some MS-13 members. For me, I'm just like... That one's for you, ladies. That one's for you. God, I didn't know we were going to have some hot cop action on this show. But you never know what you're going to get on this show, and this is how we start the show off because it's important. How did I get here again? You showed up, and that's what's important. Look, very exciting news coming about the Pope. Very exciting. They finally picked a Pope. It's a Pope from Chicago. He's got some old liberal tweets in the past, but at the same time, I'm not Catholic, so like I don't... And it's funny watching, I think the funniest thing for me is watching every single person's opinion on X regarding the Pope that's not Catholic. And they're just like, he's a libtard. But if you're Catholic, you believe this is like an appointment from God and this is like a divine action, right? I'm pretty sure, because I know I think the Catholic faith believes that the Pope's words are inerrant in a lot of ways. And so you should be celebrating this, I guess, regardless. I don't know. Let's go on to the next story. Something that's down deep within my soul. I've been calling him Pope Bob. I was hoping it was going to be a black pope. That's what I was hoping because I wanted to see people freaking out. And I know there was one black pope that was pretty conservative too. So what are you going to do? I'm Anglican though. I'm Anglican for now. I'm Catholic light, as they say. Like we do the Nicene Creed, we're just the same. It's like Schwarzenegger movie, bro.
Malloy super chatted $9.99. Like all generations, love you too, my brother.
Hey, thank you so much, Robert. I really appreciate it. I love you too, my dude. Appreciate that $9.99 super chat. It means a lot to me. Supporting the show, helping the show out, helping the show grow, and one day making it a full-time gig. Swill says, I was raised Catholic, and it means nothing to me. You're sick. What do you mean you raised Catholic? My stepfather grew up Catholic, and he calls himself a recovering Catholic. Which I know is highly offensive because I know it's like super cool on X to be Catholic because Catholic means you're based or something. Yeah. James says the left has constantly and completely lost every single marble they had under the left-handed cap. Dude, every marble is gone. And I have some videos today for today's show that show the psychotic nature. Look, I'm on a TikTok. I just got a huge strike on TikTok for a video that I put out saying that I was being disingenuous. Yeah, it's called jokes. That's what we do here. We make jokes all the time. This is how we are. TikTok is one of the worst for censorship. They're just the worst. But I'm currently on a ban there. Vatican is literally the synagogue of Satan, says Rob Mack. That's a spicy chat, my friend. What's up, Navy? How we feeling? Look, I've been saying this for a long time that gingers to the black community are black people. And people have been making fun of me. I've been saying this to my wife, okay? And she thinks it's a joke too, but I've been trying to tell people that oh, here we go. We got this.
Like all generations, love you too, my brother.
Let's get a song.
Yo, it's your boy Trump, back at it again. Got a super fan named Robertson, love my way. $9.99, that's the price it shows. Say, all generations love you, Trump, you all bro. From the videos to Gen X and everybody in between. They're all tuned in, watching me stream. I'm the king of comedy, the master of the game. Young, I'm laughing so hard that it is in their minds. Trump, he's got the whole world on his screen. Trump, making them laugh, that's what he's known for. From the youngest to the oldest, they all love me the same. Trump, making jokes, causing a one cassette stir. I've said we're all brothers, and he's not wrong. I'm here to imitate, singing my silly song. Got a message for...
I literally think that was Trump singing. That felt like a real Trump song. Is that why you had to delete the last night's stream, or was the attack? I didn't delete the last night's stream. Is it? I don't think it's gone. Is it gone? Nah, it's not gone. I've been thinking about putting my streams after I go live after 24 hours in the members only section. I've been debating with that. I've been playing with that in my head because I need to do something for members as like a thank you. No, last night's stream is still there. It's just copywritten. And if you're in an area that is copywritten because I played some music, it gets like put in. Yeah, it gets put in a timeout. No, it's still there. It's still there. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate you. Yeah, if you ever give a super chat over $5, Donald Trump does come out and sing a song based completely on what you write. So if you write a bunch of curse words, that's what the song will be about. It's one of those things. Anyways, I've been saying for a long time that gingers are literally black people, and the black community sees us as black themselves. And I've been made fun of this for lots of times, and now I'm completely vindicated by this viral clip of this woman, this beautiful and brave woman, saying exactly that.
I just need to remind y'all again, everyone who is ginger, who has red hair, those are black people.
Thank you.
All gingers are black people. If they have red hair, they are black.
Thank you.
You see a white man with red hair, that's a black man.
Thank you.
You see a white woman with red hair, that's a black woman.
Thank you.
Gingers are black.
Yeah.
All gingers.
Yeah. Look, and I'm going to give her the ginger pass. You can't say the hard ginger R yet. Not in front of me unless we're friends. So don't say that in my chat or I get absolutely unhinged. I get absolutely vindicated finally. Thank you. I know. Not only am I step black, but I'm also black. So I'll be dropping the N-word daily. Okay, maybe not. Okay. Look, we're trying. This is a kid-friendly show. We don't use vulgar, not because we're scared of words, but we try to be. We're holy, you know. I'm a sanctified man. I'm working on. I'm trying to become more holy by the day. Sipping on that gin and juice. My ginger. Thank you, Johnny. Yes, Johnny, you're allowed to say ginger. Just an A. No hard R. No hard R in the chat, please. I get deeply offended by that. And, okay, Rob, don't you dare start that off. I see your, no, Rob. No, Rob. No, Rob. I don't know why that's so funny. Okay, here we go.
Robert Malloy super chatted $9.99. I like all gingers and all non-gingers. He like all gingers and all non-gingers.
Thank you so much for the $10 super chat, Rob. Back to back. That means a lot to me. Make sure the like. Thank you for supporting the show, my dude. Let me get another like on that. I really appreciate the super chats. It means a lot to me, spending your hard-earned money on me and giving to Google. 30%. 30%. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I'm excited to see Trump AI come out and sing that song for you. It's like, do I wait for the AI before we start this? I feel like I need to hear this again.
Gingers are black. All gingers. I just need to remind y'all again, everyone who is ginger.
I'm basically Nigerian. Yeah, I am. I'm a Nigerian ginger prince. Please send me all your monies. I would like to connect my computer to your computer and just to give you a few dollars, but I need gift cards back sent to me.
Who has red hair.
Thanks, Robert.
Those are black people. All gingers are black people. If they have red hair, they are black. You see a white man with red hair, that's a black man. You see a white woman with red hair, that's a black woman. Gingers are...
Look, I think this clip speaks to me because I grew up in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I got beat up by Hispanics all the time, but then I moved to the South. Oh, here we go.
I like all gingers and all non-gingers. He like all gingers and all non-gingers.
Let's go.
But let me tell you, folks, we got a super chat. Robert Malloy, he's the one who's got the cash. 9.99, drop right on my line, and in his messaging made us feel so fine. He said, I like all gingers and all non-gingers too. Every red and blonde, I got love for you. So we raise our glasses high and we sing this song to Robert's generosity. We're gonna shout it long. Gingers and non-gingers, we love them all. From the top of their heads to the tips of their toes, y'all. So here's to Robert and all the viewers too. We're gonna have a great time and party all night through. Now I know what you're thinking, this is kinda weird, but Robert's heart is pure and he's got no fear. He's out here spreading love and that's what counts. So let's give him a hand of applause.
Thank you so much, Robert, for that $10 super chat, my friend. It means a lot to me. What's up, KB? And it's been a minute. It's been a freaking minute. What I was saying is that when I moved to the South, black people love me. I don't know what it is. I think it's the ginger thing. We do have a few black people in the chat. I don't see them in the chat. I have to ask them what they think about that. Okay, let's get into this. Ilhan Omar has been caught on a hot mic saying she dreams about going and moving back to Somalia. How can you be a leader of a country and dream about going to your home country? That would make me feel like you don't actually want to make this country better. It would make me feel like you're just trying to use us as a cash cow, make as much money as you possibly can to move back to your home situation. And is it because you feel more comfortable making sweet love to your brother in Somalia and not here in America? Let's hear from Ilhan Omar.
No, in jidadkeennii aan wada dhisano. Anigu waan ahay gabar Mareykanka laga doortay oo Congress-ka Mareykanka ku jirto. Laakiin waxaan ahay gabar Soomaaliyeed. Gabar idinku jinsi ah, gabar idinku af ah, gabar idinku diin ah.
A girl with your religion. I take as a young child taken from her country
wadankeedii laga kaxeeyay wali
misses
xiisa
her
u qabto
country
in
and
maalin
wishes to live
wadankeedii ay
there
ku noolaato oo dadkeedii wax ay la
and share
wadaagto.
with its people.
Marka alxamdulillah
And I
waxaan
hope
rajaynayaa
in the
aniga iyo
future
ilmahayga
that me and my
in
children
aan
will be able to raise
ku
our kids,
barbaariyo iyagana ilmahooda ay
even
ku
though
barbaariyaan
they're
dhulkii aniga
from
aan
my
ku soo
brother
koray.
in a land where I'm free.
Taasna haddii
To
ay
make it that
suurtagelayso waa hadda
possible,
shaqo badan inaan wada
there's a
qabanaa
lot we
haddii
need to
Ilaahay
work out
yiraahdo
together
oo aan ka dhignaa
to make our land a
dhulkeena
more
dhul
stable and
barwaaqadiisa
prosperous
dadka oo dhan
place.
ay dareemi karaan oo ay arki
That
karaan
is
oo ay ka
felt
wada
by all.
faa'iidaysan karaan. No,
Wow.
in jidadkeennii
Dude, that's like me getting a job at McDonald's when I used to be the Burger King manager and dreaming about going back to Burger King. I'm not going to be a very good leader, am I? I'm not going to be a very good leader, am I? You know what they say, once you go Somali, you know you've been mollied. Oh, Elon, just come out and say it. Just say that you've been with your brother and we'll accept you as one of us. It makes it weirder when you don't talk about it, okay? If you're making sweet love to your own family relative, come out and say it. How is Omar allowed to, how is Omar still allowed here? Dude, deport her. Get her out. Get her out. Get her out. Send her back. That's way too white. Send her back. She's a traitor. This is very traitor-esque kind of language. It just like, this is why people from not from this country should never be president of this country. How could you be elected? How could you be a voter and vote for this? Oh, because your voting base is from there too. Okay, that makes more sense. Minnesota is little Somalia. God, let's just deport it. How do we send in a deport request? How do we send in a deport request for this person? Speaking of deportations, look at NYC. NYC is absolutely insane right now. Everywhere is popping off with protests against Israel or something. And here's some of the breakdowns. Look at this. I am loving seeing these big black dudes as cops in these protests with these little college kids, because big black dudes like this is like kryptonite to the liberal. They're like, oh, shoot. They're taking off her headscarf. Let's see her. There she is. Oh, gorgeous. Ah, yes, me, Sherry. You look so beautiful tonight. I can see your whole face now. Oh, you have red hair? You can be an ISIS bride or a Hamas bride. They'll take you right in. And they believe exactly what you believe. They believe in freedom. They believe in peace. Let's get a slow motion on this. Half speed. No. That's Ariel. What is going on with this? What's up, Chris? What is going on with this, dude? Do you guys think the entire summer is going to be this protest everywhere? I mean, if they actually believe we're in a fascistic country, you would think Antifa would be out in full force.
You're breaking the car! Back up! Move back on.
Thank God these people from other races are blocking and protecting this young man with a receding hairline. We really love men with receding hairlines at this show for no reason whatsoever.
Back up! Move back on here.
Can we get a mosh pit remix of this protest? Oh God, yeah, we need it. Let's get a mosh pit remix. Thank you for asking for that. You ask and you shall receive. Again, one of my favorite. Let's get one of my favorite. Let's get some mosh pit music. I want to see a pit. Again, I can't get enough of this song right now. Let's get a mosh pit. Here we go. Let's get a mosh pit. Here we go. Oh, it brings me back to my teenage years. It brings me back to my teenage years, just getting my dance on for all the hardcore music fans out there. This is like a 4-minute long video. Circle pit. Oh, here we go. We're back. The show is freaking nuts, dude. You're better off, Dad. Oh, I love that song. Freaking AC 130 by Attack Attack. Check it out. That song makes me want to dance. Get my freaking dance on. Let's get a little sip of, we need a little decaf coffee sip. A little decaf coffee sip. Shout out to Decaf Coffee. Decaf coffee is for men. Real men drink decaf coffee at night. If you're a real man, put in the chat. Tell me you're drinking decaf coffee with me. If I start a coffee company...
$5. Clap, clap, clap.
Thank you so much, Swill, for the $5 super chat, my friend. If you're... Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Get in the chat. Tell me, if you are a real man, you drink decaf coffee at night. It puts hair on your chest. It actually increases your testosterone levels. RFK once called me and was like, drink decaf coffee. That's all I heard. That's all that was in the message. Navy says I hate caffeine. Exactly. Caffeine is for weak men. I think I'm over caffeinated. I drink like 2 to 3 cups in the morning, and then I have my pre-workout as I work out at like 3 p.m. and that has caffeine. And now I'm drinking decaf. I'm way too dehydrated. Caffeinated hot cocoa. Nice. Thank you, Swill, for the $5 super chat, my friend. Let's get into some more news about trans people. Decaf is the transgender of all coffees. Well, guess what, baby? I'm transitioning. You're literally watching a man transition. Oh, here we go.
Clap, clap, clap.
Well, look who's back again. Swire with the super chat.
He remembered.
Making his presence known. $5 in the hat. What a generous soul. Clap, clap, clap. Let's get this party started. He's got the rhythm, he's got the beat. Making sure everyone's on their feet. With the message short, but also sweet.
The clap makes me think of Russell Brand in that movie with Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He had that one song, The Clap. That was a good song on that movie. If I ever get on Russell Brand's show, I'm going to ask him to sing that song for me. Jacobet says, full-leaded coffee puts me to sleep. Oh, that's... Hey, K-Bean, thank you so much for becoming a member, or you've been a member for 8 months. Thank you, K-Bean. Yeah, if you become a member, you get free super chats once a month. So make sure to use that if you are a member. And Donald Trump will sing for you. Breaking news, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has told active duty transgenders to resign from the military by June 6th, or they will be fired. You're going to be fired. And trans reservists and National Guard members will go by July 7th. Now, I'm going to take a different approach. We need trans in the military, but only if they can pass the SEAL test. Or Green Beret. I want an all-trans Special Forces unit. Because I don't think there could be anything scarier than that. You know, you think Delta Force is scary? Imagine an entire Special Forces unit dedicated to just trans people coming to kick down doors, take names, and when you've been taken down on your last breaths, you're going to get a free drag show on top of it. And not only that, you're going to be forced to watch Drag Story Hour. Think about that.
K-Bean celebrates 8 months of membership. Caffeine is good. K-Bean super chatted $4.99.
Whoa.
I just became a member.
I love caffeine.
Thought I'd throw him a line or two, you feel me?
Two songs for KB.
Wild. Ain't no joke. But K-Bean, you just joined the wrong flipping crew. You're part of the club now, babe. But let me tell you, the members here are kind of nuts. We've got
we
the
are nuts.
followers, the subs, and the donors too.
We're nuts.
It's a madhouse, but hey.
Thank you, K-Bean, for the $5 super chat. 2 back-to-back songs for K-Bean. Oh crap! Disco Puss putting in his 10-month membership. Yeah, make sure you use those free super chats. Thank you so much, guys, for that. Those are your members and helping out this show and making this dream a freaking reality. And KB, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. You love caffeine? Dude, I love caffeine too. Uh-oh.
I love caffeine. I love caffeine.
Oh, look who it is. K-Bean, the caffeine king himself. Listen up, folks. We've got a caffeine connoisseur in our midst.
He
K-Bean
misgenders you.
just dropped a whopping $4.99 on a super chat, and guess what he's obsessed with? You guessed it.
It's my son.
Caffeine. This guy is so in love with that stuff, he's practically married to it.
Oh, he's constantly misgendering you,
I mean, who
KB.
can blame him?
I apologize.
I've had my fair share of coffee, and let me tell you, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But K-Bean here, he's on another level.
Oh, another misgender.
He's shouting, I love caffeine.
Is it now?
Like it's his personal anthem. Like it's his personal anthem.
How many times are you... I'm sorry, K-Bean, for their Donald Trump misgendering you. I know that's really offensive in the right-wing community. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Jan S. says, is it now? Yes, I think so. I think it is now. I think it's now and now right now. Don't ever apologize. This movie was Get Him to the Greek with Diddy. No, that was a different movie. The movie when Russell Brand, there was two movies. Get Him to the Greek was also with him being a rock star, but forgetting Sarah Marshall, he was also a rock star, and he had, wait, the clap was Get Him to the Greek. Oh my God, why you gotta call me out like that? Thanks a lot, Caesar, for fact-checking me in front of all my friends. That's embarrassing. What was I even talking about? Oh my God.
Discapus celebrates 10 months of membership, 10 months y'all.
Perfect.
Yo, Discapus, just join the crew. Now we're gonna have some fun with you. We're building walls and making deals. This live stream's gonna be unbelievable.
This is very accurate.
With China on the line and Mexico paying for this shine, we're gonna make this show so fine. Just watch, it's gonna blow your mind. Welcome to the Trump Show, where every day is a brand
Keep Derek
new
in line.
show.
Yeah, keep me in line, please. Honestly, keep me in line. Caesar is actually my wife. Those of you who don't know, that's my wife in the chat. Okay, speaking of wives. All right, boomers are out in full force protesting Donald Trump, and it's some of the most depressing protests I've ever seen. Again, you should go home and play with your grandchildren. Oh, wait, all the millennials aren't having children because they can't afford a home. And we decided to not have children because of the climate change. And we just don't think it's good to bring a child into this kind of environment.
K-Bean super chatted $9.99. Derek, you're a superstar.
Thank you so much, KB, for the super chat. A lot of super chats tonight. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, KB, for the $10 super chat. You're a superstar. All right, let's listen to these boomers before Donald Trump comes in and sings for us. Wait a minute. Wait a freaking minute. What the Is this a painting of somebody, but you covered it because it's raining? What's the point of bringing this to the protest if you're not going to show it? Let the rain fall down. Let the rain fall down and fall. What's that? Wait, what the rain? Oh, Hillary Duff? How do I know this song off the top of my head? This is so embarrassing.
Let's go back.
Okay, I gotta turn it off. Let the rain fall down.
Refugees flock to our shore. Let my
People stay.
go back.
Look at, what is the deal with boomers and protesting now? I've never seen boomers protest in my life, except for like pro-abortion clinics. Like I see that, and they're usually Catholics, and I love it. But like Some of these protests against Elon Musk and Donald Trump are getting so funny to me. Free them all. This is like these people literally want MS-13 members to be free. I feel like an MS-13 member would be like, thank you for the freedom, and then literally walk across the street and then murder them. And as they're being murdered, be like, you're welcome for setting you free. 15-year contract. We've had it up to here with ICE contracts. Okay. Could you imagine being a grandkid and then looking at a video on X and be like, Grandma? It'd be so sad.
Derek, you're a superstar.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, check it out, we got a super chat. Kate Bing dropped $10. That's the kind of chat. He said Derek's a superstar. You know what I say? I say Kate Bing's a real MVP. He's got the cash flow. He's got the game.
Still misgendering you.
Super chats breaking every chain.
LGBTQ MS-13.
He's the king of the stream. He's the boss of the day. Kate Bing's got the moves. He's breaking everything. Kate Bing, you're the superstar. J Bing, raising the bar. J Bing, with the super chat. J Bing, making us laugh. Now some of you guys are broke. You know who you are.
True.
Sending pennies. That's a total bummer.
Oh,
You're
wow.
a total nightmare.
Oh,
but
wow.
J Bing,
Wow.
he's a legend.
He is.
He's the king of the game. With his super chat, he's raising the flame. And the haters, they're jealous. They're trying.
Thank you so much for the super chat, KB. Get a job, girly. I totally agree. Wait, seriously. How do we? If I was at these protests with all these people, I'd be like screaming at them, "Get a job! Quit living in your grandson's basement, collecting government checks. Get off your Social Security right now. It's failing anyways. Time to get off. Free money, murder, madness, etc." Yeah, true. All right, we have some more cringe. It doesn't just stop from there. Protesters decide to protest in front of NYC. Protesters are protesting in front of NYC with signs that say, "Trump killed me." What? Wait, who is this guy? Is this guy the guy that's like paying all of them? I told you to get in a line. Hold the signs up, young lady. I'm paying you $25 an hour to hold a sign up. What is going on right here? This person's like, you're gonna have back problems. Okay, fix those knees. They're coming inward. I want to see those knees going over the toes. Okay, knees over toes, guy. It's real. It's good to see. Oh, yeah. I was like, I think there's young people in here. Nope. There's another boomer.
Cabin super chatted $4.99. I was murdered.
Thank you so much, KB, for the $5 super chat. You were murdered. Trump, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Trump closed, no snap. Chose food over RX. Trump closed my nursing home. Billings and tax. I don't believe any of these signs. I mean, do you believe any? Plane crash. Plane crash in 2025. Again, if you look at the actual statistics of the plane crashes, they're lower than under Biden. It's almost like the media was creating a narrative to make it seem like Donald Trump was intentionally killing people with planes. As if Donald Trump is the one in the cockpits. Manhattan Institute climate denial killed me. Oh, here we go. We got a little rock star.
I was murdered.
Oh my God, here we go.
Murdered? Listen here, you little shit stain. Nobody gets murdered on my watch. If you were murdered, then I demand an investigation. This is bigger than Watergate. Bigger than the whole Blurpley thing. Fake news. This is a witch hunt. They're trying to distract from my tremendous success. My presidency was a total success, okay? Nobody knows success like I do. Nobody. Nobody. And now you're telling me someone got murdered. in my live stream over my dead body, over my cold dead body. You know what? This is a setup, just like the whole Russia collusion thing.
Wow.
Think it's all a big hoax,
Wow,
a witch hunt, just like the Mueller investigation.
Trump AI is really pissed. Thank you so much for the $5. Trump is pissed. James Carville, Raging Cajun. Dude, the SHIT stain, huh? I can't believe Trump. Dude, Trump AI can get really angry. Okay, let's keep watching this video. Oh, you think that's James Carville right here? I can kind of see that. The Democrats. James Carville is like a broken record right now. He's going around and every Democrat news agency is like, they're not talking to white men enough. It's like, yeah, duh. We've been saying that like 20 years ago. Shame, 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 shame. You might say to yourself, these people need a job. This is their job. Okay? Being a protester in 2025 is a very lucrative business. It's completely tax-free and under the table. You just have to align with whatever they say at all times. And if you have any questions, you're getting deported. I can't handle it. Stop the whining. Yeah, I know. It's a little much. It's a little much. It's a little much. All right, let's get into Mike Pence too. Mike Pence is being paraded all over CNN right now. Yeah, you, the guy that had a fly land on his face. What's going on with your lip? You talk on the side of your lip or whatever. Anyways, Mike Pence is going on CNN because, of course, he says negative things about Trump. So they're like, oh, we'll put you on CNN as long as you say negative things. And here's Mike Pence. Listen to him.
He said that cheap goods was not a part of the American dream. Well, right. I'm somebody who spent almost my entire life in public service.
Okay.
We lived on our paycheck while we raised 3 kids and put 3 kids through college. Cheap goods are a big part of it.
Right.
I think we ought to be candid about that.
Wow.
He said that cheap goods was not a part of the American dream. Well, I'm somebody who spent almost my entire life in public service.
God, I hate, look at that face right there. That's the face of politicians I hate so much. They're just like, they're like, I've worked hard jobs my whole life. I struggled. I've been there. I've been around the block. I'm Jenny from the block. I've worked my ass off, okay? And the American dream is about cheap shit. And the cheaper the crap, the better. The American dream is not to grow up and buy a home and have a 2-car garage and have kids. It's to be able to go on Temu and buy things that are 3 times smaller than the size you normally buy in a store. I've worked my whole life. I know what it's like. I know what Americans are struggling with, and this is what they want. They want their cheap goods. They want to live in their 1-bedroom apartments, struggling to get by, but able to still buy stuff. Because we're a consumer culture. And the more you can consume, the better you'll feel. You don't actually want to consume good things. You want to consume things that make you feel dead inside. You want to consume things that you immediately regret after buying them. That's the American dream. You want to consume things that after you get it in the mail, you go, I should have just bought the real thing in the store. And instead of just buying that cheap good, you buy the cheap good and the store-bought good and then you're too afraid to return it in the mail because it's too much work. This is what we dream about. The American dream. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you freaking feel it? I think he's nuts. Dan Quaid 2.0, fake sincerity. Oh, he is all about fake sincerity. And it's funny, it works on some of my family members. They'll be like, oh, Mike Pence, he's like a genuine guy. He's super genuine. He's super sweet. It's like, he's just smooth talking you.
We lived on our paycheck while we raised 3 kids.
We lived in our paycheck while we raised 3 kids. Well, you can't do that anymore. His wife wants to keep her toys cheap. So sometimes I'm reading these chats and I can forget. What kind of toys are we talking about? Purchase cabinets with children in them. Oh my God. We want disposable fashion with small plastic doodads. Yeah, exactly. Stop buying stuff. I'm trying to live that Marie Callender lifestyle. I want more than to win indefinitely. Yeah, exactly. 1.5 and 2. I think this is like such a stupid comment. And I can't believe people are like, oh, Donald Trump, he doesn't want you to have things. He doesn't want you to have $30. He only wants you to have $2. And it's like, can we maybe like this obsession of just buying as much crap as possible is probably not a good thing. And if we could have an honest conversation, most of the crap that we're buying from overseas sucks. And we end up either having to replace it. Like, I don't know if you bought appliances lately. Like, appliances, they don't make them like they used to. It's the same with cars. Like, some of these older cars are just made so much better. And these new cars suck. And it's just, I don't know. Maybe we should be a culture that produces goods that when you buy it, it might be a little bit more expensive, but you keep that same thing for longer because it's a better quality. I don't know. Call me nuts. Call me crazy. Call me psychotic. But maybe our culture matters more than buying cheap shit. And that's my final word. I'm just kidding. And that's how I end this whole stream. Can we have an honest conversation? We're a bunch of adult children. Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what you're seeing. That's what you see with the tariffs. That's like the first comment about the tariffs is like, well, what about my stuff? What about the stuff? I want to keep buying crap from China. It's like, I don't know. Maybe if we can have an honest conversation, our crap that we're buying from China sucks. And if we just spent a little bit more or we bought less because we don't need as much stuff as we really think we need. And then the stuff that we actually do need is cheaper because the stuff that we need is built in America. I don't know. Something needs to change. That's all I'm saying. We can't be a Temu society. Like, we can no longer be a freaking Temu society. It's enough. It's enough. And speaking of enough, somehow The View thought it was a good idea to bring on freaking Joe Biden. And not only was the first question to Joe Biden absolutely insane, which I'll get to after this, but this is by far my favorite clip from Joe Biden. Now, let's all remember who Joe Biden really was. He could have literally been our president if he was elected and didn't drop out.
The projects, the benefits. How do you lead the world without having the best infrastructure in the world? How do you lead the world without having the best health care in the world? How do you lead the world without having the best education system in the world? How do you lead the world when you don't have that done? I
love this right here so much. This is such an old man thing. When old people be touching your hands. Just hold, and then you just end up holding their hand for a while in a weird angle. You're like, okay, I guess we're holding hands like this. Look at Joey Behar. She was licking him like he is like a lost old man. Look at that face. That's the face of somebody who doesn't even know where he is right now. He doesn't even know what year it is. He's completely disorientated. I mean,
the projects, the benefits. How do you lead the world without having the best infrastructure in the world? How do you lead the world without having the best health care in the world? How do you lead the world without having the best education system in the world? How do you lead the world when you don't have that done?
You know what every single one of these women are thinking right now? They're like, but this is my favorite right here. Okay. So this is how Biden started his entire interview with The View. And this first question is crazy if you think about it. I know it's an obvious question, but this first question is crazy. Listen.
Yeah. Mr. President, since you left office, there have been a number of books that have come out deeply sourced from Democratic sources that claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your cognitive abilities. In the final year of your presidency, what is your response to these allegations, or are these sources wrong?
They are wrong. There's
Just like, can you imagine being on public television and they're like, "Hey, Derek, everybody is talking that your cognitive abilities absolutely suck." What are your? She's a doctor now, by the way. Yeah, exactly. Good call out. How can she diagnose him on stream? I'm not a doctor. I don't know these things. I can't figure out if he has cognitive decline. Can you imagine being asked if you notice about your own cognitive decline on national television? Oh my God, she's drunk. Joe Biden. Everybody is hearing about your cognitive decline. Wait, let's listen to his answer.
Source is wrong.
They are wrong. There's nothing to sustain that. Number one. Number two, think of what we're left with.
Derek in the future? Yeah, this is me in the future.
We're left with a circumstance where we had an insurrection. When I started. We did not sense a civil war.
Oh my God, look at Jill. She is like, bless his heart. That is literally her face. Bless his little heart. He's trying his best. He's doing his damnness right now. And he's like, am I a big boy? Do I get ice cream after this? It's almost like sad. Like the human side of you is like, can you just let him retire and go away? But no. These people have such psychotic egos that they have to be not only paraded, but they want to be paraded everywhere and celebrated everywhere. So you kind of have to call it out. If you don't call it out and you're just like, I get so like annoyed at some of the commentators that are just like, I kind of feel bad for him. It's like, you don't need to feel bad for Joe. This is what Joe wants. Joe thinks he's fine. And everybody around him is pushing him to say he's fine. So if you call it out, it's a good thing. We shouldn't have presidents that are immediately like this after they get out of office. She loves it. What was he supposed to say? Y'all are completely out of it. Thank God the media covered it. I pretended to have dementia. Yeah, exactly. Jill can smell him. That's his face. Yeah. I have dementia, but at least I don't have dementia. Joe Biden. Okay, well, all right. Let's listen to his answer.
Stance where we had an insurrection when I started.
Okay.
We did not sense a civil war. Okay. We had a circumstance where we were in a position that the pandemic, because of the incompetence of the last outfit, end up over 1 million people dying. And we're also in a situation where we found ourselves unable to deal with a lot of just basic issues, and which I won't go into in the interest of time. And so we went.
Yeah, don't go into them because you have no idea what you're talking about. That's the reality.
Went to work, and we got it done. And one of the things that
and Alyssa, one of the things.
And then Dr. Jill comes in for the save. You know what? I'll speak for Grandpa. I know what he's saying. I'll speak for Grandpa. Can we take a little moment right here? Jill, pull up that shirt. Oh my God, dude. You're becoming Nancy Mace.
I think is that the people who wrote those books were not in the White House with us. And they didn't see how hard Joe worked every single day.
He worked so hard. Johnny says it's like when you watch little kids falling asleep, you're like the only one. I can't even read. I think I have dementia. I think I have dementia. Someone needs to stop this. Joe will soon explain that there's an insurrection and the guy. Yeah, I know. He is completely cooked. All right, this is another great question. They asked him why Kamala Harris lost, and of course his answer is blah 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 racism.
And it was like 2016 all over again. Yeah. So why do you think the vice president lost, and were you surprised?
That's Alice Cooper.
I wasn't surprised, not because I didn't think the vice president was the most qualified person to be president. She is. She's qualified to be president of the United States of America. Right. But I was surprised. I wasn't surprised because they went the route of the sexist route, the whole route. I mean, this is a woman. She's this. She's that. I mean, it really. I've never seen quite a as successful and a consistent campaign undercutting the notion that a woman couldn't lead the country and a woman of mixed race.
I think if The View let him just keep cooking, he's about to call her some kind of racial slur in a minute. She's one of the mixed race peoples. You know, we used to call those people back in my day, be like, Joe, stop, Joe. Joe. We used to call them mixed. Joe. Mm-mm. It's not okay anymore. Yeah, but we used to all... No, Joe? We don't do that anymore. Mm-mm. I mean, remember, like, what was it, like 2 weeks ago, he was talking about the colored people buses or something? He's always 1 minute away from dropping the N-bomb. He's like 1 minute away. That might be his last act. This is disgusting. I can't handle this. I don't blame you, dude. I freaking don't blame you whatsoever. Well, somebody had to park the cars. That is true. He had to park his Corvette in his garage. Jill was quite lovely when she was young, says Jacobed. You're sick. You're freaking sick. All right, guys, I gotta go make my wife dinner. That's good. So I'm gonna go make some dinner. I hope you guys have a fantastic night. Thank you guys so much for all the super chats tonight. It's big super chat night. It means a lot to me that you guys are super chatting. Also, just another reminder that we will have a Saturday night show. And so come hang out for the Saturday night show. It'll be a fun time if you want to come hang out. If there's not a lot of news going on, I'm just going to go into TikTok and debate everybody I could possibly find. And it might actually be a bunch of idiots debating. Who knows? Drop a like on this video if you don't mind, and put a comment below at the bottom after this live stream. It helps out algorithms. The comment could be the show sucks. The comment could be the show's awesome. Comment could be something about Joe Biden. It could be anything. I would greatly appreciate it. Fun show. Thank you guys. Appreciate you guys. We have a lot of fun. I put a lot of work in the show. We have great times. And look out for the live stream in the morning. Tomorrow morning's show will be a little quicker, a little shorter than the longer shows because I got to wake up early due to some weird scheduling. A little show, but I'll still do a show. So come look out.
Emotional, damn it.
Shannon, thank you so much for being here. You're welcome. I'm glad you laughed. You never know. Sometimes the show's funny. Sometimes this show sucks. Appreciate you guys. Drop a like, share it on social media platforms if you don't mind. I know that's annoying to hear, but a small show like this that's growing, it's constantly growing. It just communicates to YouTube that this show rocks, which I hope it does for you guys. It's time, Derek. It's Derek's time of the month. Why you gotta say that?
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Why you gotta say that, dude? It is my time of the month. All right? It's my time of the month. All right, good night. See you guys in the morning. All right, guys? I appreciate you guys for being here. What is this one?
Yes. See you guys later.